These are the 5 weaknesses of every woman. If you want women to always be weak around you, if you want women to always be vulnerable around you, if you want women to always be helpless around you, then you have to understand these 5 weaknesses of women and use it well. The first weakness of every woman is a man who can live without thinking twice. For women to be weak around you, for women to be helpless around you, they must know that you are the kind of man who can live without thinking twice. The problem with most of you guys and why women don't respect most of you guys is because most of you, a woman will disrespect you, a woman will walk all over you and you still stay with her. They will only get worse. But the moment a woman knows that this guy can live without even thinking twice, she begins to value you more. She begins to be more attracted to you. She begins to want you more. That you are willing and ready to walk away from any woman without thinking twice shows that you are the kind of guy that respects himself, shows that you are the kind of guy that knows his value and worth. You are the kind of guy who have boundaries. And these are the kind of men that women want. The moment a woman knows that no matter what she does, no matter how she disrespects you and treats you, you will always stay with her. She will never want you. She will never be vulnerable around you. She will mistreat you more. Being a man who can walk away from any woman is a superpower. Because already in that girl's mind, she knows that this guy is a guy who doesn't tolerate disrespect. This guy is a guy who knows his worth. Therefore, I have to be careful around him. And the more she's careful around you, the more she will try to impress you. And subconsciously in this woman's mind, she won't even know when she'll start becoming weak for you. She won't even know when she'll start becoming helplessly attracted and in love with you the more. You have to be the guy who is ready to walk away. Stop tolerating bad behaviors from women. Stop trying to make them to change. You don't change a woman. A woman who wants to change, you change. You don't change her. It's not your job as a man to change a woman. If a woman is not coming into your life with a good character, with a good behavior, with a nice mannerism, why would you want to change her? That means you are lazy. That means you are jobless for you to be having time to change a woman. As a guy, you are meant to be busy chasing your dreams, chasing your goals, chasing your aspirations. Not trying to change a woman. Only jobless, unambitious, lazy men do that. Be the kind of guy who is always ready and willing to walk away from any woman. The second weakness of women is a man who is always becoming better. When you chase your goals, women will chase you. But when you leave your goals and dreams to chase a woman, women will run away from you. A man who is always ambitious, a man who is always on his purpose, a man who is always in the pursuit of success, women will always be weak towards him. Women want to be with guys who are constantly growing because subconsciously in their mind, when they are around a guy who is always growing, who is constantly growing, they feel more security because they'll be like, this guy is working hard to secure a better future for himself, for me, and for our future offsprings. This is a natural craving in women to be with guys who are constantly growing financially, physically, spiritually, mentally, and in all aspects of their life. As a man, you should never become complacent. Some of you, the moment you get a girlfriend or the moment you get the girl you've always wanted, you become complacent. You stop going to the gym. You stop taking in more skills. You stop upgrading your life. You stop dressing well. You stop adding more value to your life. Because you start feeling relaxed. You start feeling comfortable because you now have a girlfriend or because you've gotten this girl you've always wanted. See, the moment you become complacent, that woman will start losing attraction for you. So for you to make that woman to become helplessly in love with you, for you to make that woman to become weak around you, you have to be a guy who is constantly growing. Never stop growing. The worst mistake you can do to yourself as a man is to stop growing. Not even for women, but to yourself. Why would you stop growing? Once you stop growing, that means you are going backwards. And you don't want to be at point 100 and before you know it, you find yourself in point 50. No, from point 100, you should be at point 200. Not going backwards. Never reduce the fire. Keep the fire burning. You have to keep improving. The more you improve, the more these women will find you attractive, and the more women will find you attractive, which will make that your woman to even want you more. Because by being a man who is constantly improving, more women will want you, which means your options will increase. And the more options you have, the more confident you become, and the more attractive you become to your woman or to any woman that comes around you. So never become complacent. Keep growing, keep improving, and these women will always find you as their weakness. The third one is a man who knows how to say no. The more no's you say to a woman, the more she respects you, the more she places you at a high level in her mind. Many men are easy pushovers. Many men are weak. Many men are easy to be controlled and pushed around by these women. And the more a woman can push you around, the more she will never respect you. The more she will never see you as a weakness to her. When you are able to tell a woman no, it shows that you're a guy who knows what he wants, what he can tolerate, and who has boundaries. It shows that you're a masculine, dominant man. When you tell a woman no, it signals to that woman that, oh, this guy is dominant, this guy is masculine. Because a man who is assertive, a man who knows what to tolerate and what not to tolerate, to women, that man is masculine. And when you're a masculine man, women will always find you attractive. Sometimes when a woman comes to you and tells you, babe, I want this thing, she doesn't want you to tell her yes. She wants you to tell her no. Women are constantly testing men. They want to see how weak you are. And the more yes you tell to a woman, the more weak she sees you as. The more she will consider you a weak man, because she knows that I can get anything I want from this guy. She will even go out and tell her friends, forget that guy is weak. I can control him. I can push him around. I can get whatever I want from him. Anything I tell him, he will tell me yes. He worships me. He can never tell me no. And before you know it, she'll begin to disrespect you, because she knows that you're not the kind of guy who can stand his ground. You have to learn to stand your ground and tell women yes sometimes and tell them no sometimes. If something that a woman wants doesn't, like, you don't want to give her that thing, tell her no. Don't, some of you, everything that a woman tells you to get her, you rush and get it for her. You're always telling the woman yes. Some of you even go to the extent of borrowing money just to get something for a woman. How do you expect that woman to respect you when you can't even prioritize your own interest, prioritize your own needs? If getting that woman that thing will affect your own interest, or will affect your happiness, or will affect you in any way, tell her no. This shows that you're the kind of guy that also values your own happiness, your own interest. The more no's you tell a woman, the more she will respect you. I'm not saying you should be stingy to your woman or selfish to her, but learn to tell women no. The more no's you tell her, the more she will love you, the more she will find herself attracted to you. Because women love men who can stand at their grounds. Women love men who they cannot push around. Women love men who they cannot control or get things out of easily. So that's the third weakness of women. The fourth weakness of women is when you are good in bed. See, guys, one of the easiest ways to make these women to be helplessly obsessed with you is you have to be good in bed. When you're a man who has signaled to a woman that you are dominant, you are masculine, you are assertive, by doing the first three things I talked about in this video, and now you're also good in bed, that woman will be crazy about you. She will not want to leave you she will not want to leave you at all. The easiest way to make a woman to become attached to you is when you signal to her that you are dominant, you are masculine, you are assertive, and you are good in bed. When you can satisfy a woman's natural need to be with a masculine man, and also satisfy her natural need to be with a guy who can give it to her the way she wants it, the woman will be attached to you forever. You have to be good in bed. You have to learn how to be good in bed. By all means, as a man, you have to improve your bed activities. You have to improve your strength in the bedroom. You have to be able to fulfill your woman's desires. When you're able to fulfill a woman's fantasies and desires, what will she go out there to look for again? She won't go out there to look for anything. Because you are dominating her, you are leading her, and you are also giving her what she needs in the bedroom. So for you to be a woman's weakness, and by a woman's weakness, I mean every single woman on this earth, you have to be good in bed. Don't be a 1 minute man. Don't be a 2 minute man. There are so many ways you can improve yourself in the bedroom. So try your best to make those improvements. Else, these women will never really find you as a weakness or as someone they can be vulnerable around. The fifth weakness of every woman is a man who is dominant and masculine. In a world full of weak men, in a world full of so many weak feminine men, women are now attracted and drawn to masculine men more than ever before. Women want traditional masculine men because the more masculine a man appears to be, the more women will see him as confident, as decisive, and as assertive, and as someone who can lead them. Every woman, at least the sensible ones, wants to be with a man who can lead them, wants to be with a man who can provide that leadership structure for them. Because women, naturally, women are followers. Once they come into a man's life and discover that this man cannot lead them, they will not want to follow that man. They will not want to submit to that man. So naturally speaking, women are always craving for men they can submit to. So the moment a woman sees that you're a guy who is masculine, but a guy who is dominant, they will want to be with you. They will want to submit themselves to you. You will be their weakness. They will find themselves being more drawn to you. Because women subconsciously are drawn to men who are leaders, men who are assertive, men who can tell them what to do. Whether you guys like it or not, women want to be with guys who can tell them what to do. Women want to be with guys like me who can tell a girl, babe, I don't want you to wear this dress. Wear this one. I love it more. Women find that very hot. They find it very attractive. They find it very seductive, which is why they want men like this. Men who can tell them, babe, don't go out when it's 8 p.m. It's not safe outside. I want you at home by 8 p.m. Women love all those things. They might argue online that they don't want guys who are toxic, that they don't want guys who exhibit toxic masculinity. But deep down, this is what these women want. So be a guy who is dominant, be a guy who is masculine, and be a guy who is assertive. And women will always see you as their weakness because they love all these things.